Hi, everyone. Welcome to this Friday's session. I don't know if I pinned myself. Am I pinned? I think I'm pinned. Sorry, a little bit of a glitch here. Okay. However it goes, it goes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Friday session. And we are working today with the sacral chakra. Last week, if you missed the session, no worries. Go check out my YouTube page and you can listen to the work that we did together as a group on the root chakra. So we're going to be moving up over the next few weeks up the chakra system. So we're moving into the sacral chakra, which is 2 fingers down from the belly button in the front, and down through the midline around the sacral area. So when you have a healthy expression of the sacral chakra, you're very comfortable in your own skin and your sensuality, which is feminine, and your sexuality, which is masculine. You've got a good, healthy self-esteem, a good concept of yourself, so you love yourself fully. Ooh, but when it's repressed and unhealthy, then we can start getting into dysfunction within the kidneys and also through those reproductive organs. The first thing that I'm being brought to, though, is the lungs and the throat. Like this whole section, it just feels so sticky with mucus. So if you've been experiencing some lung stuff, whether that be grief taking place, whether it be through a loss of someone, a pet, a job, maybe you're grieving an aspect of your life, maybe you're moving, but there's some kind of transition or a change. And we often skip over grief. It's like when you lose a job, there's a grieving period. When you lose a friend or a friendship, there's a grieving period. And I'm just feeling so sticky with mucosa. So we're going to run a body chemistry. No, first we're going to go ahead and dump grief out of the lungs. There's just too much grief. And so when you've got too much water, which is also the element of the sacral chakra, so all things emotional, all things fluid, so lymph, blood, there's already good grief, there's already a moving through there. And the water element and hydration through the body mind. Then when there's too much grief, it can lead to pneumonia. And we don't want that grief getting stuck in the lungs to create a dysfunction. So, just as soon as I say that, I could feel the mucus coming up through and out the nose. You can hear my voice changing. I'm feeling very congested. Just holding. We're going to run a body chemistry and a hydration at the same time to the lungs. So we're moving that mucus, breaking it down. I'm actually going to bring in torsion fields to the lungs, to the pleura, and the villi of the lungs. Oh, that feels so good to get that mucus up off. I can see the mucus kind of sticking to the tendrils and the little hairs and the little sensors in the lungs. I can feel that mucus kind of sitting on, and it's in the emotional content of the mucus is grief and guilt. Ooh, really, I feel guilty that I did this. I feel guilty that I didn't do this. I feel guilty that I should have done more. I think I did it. It's my fault. The reason why my life is like this. What's wrong with me? It's my fault. I must be a terrible person if I'm going through these hard things or these hardships. I caused this horrible thing to happen. So we got to get that guilt out of the lungs and let that grief move through in a natural way, in a healthy way, because it's letting go. It's letting go of what no longer serves you. It's a complete surrender to what is. So actually being in the moment, surrendering, just letting go. There we go. So we're going to we're going to anchor this to the heart for individuation, dumping that grief out of the lungs, bringing in that hydration to the whole lungs and all the little cells and all the little hairs and tendrils in there, helping that mucus to start to move. So if you have a cough in the next few days and you're coughing up mucus, it's the session working. But we want to get that immune function And that lymphatic system through the chest, moving that heavy mental content. So, this is shame, which is the unhealthy expression of the sacral chakra. Shame for not who you are, but shame for your body, how your body looks, shame for any whether you're enjoying your body or enjoying sensual aspects of life with someone else, or even if you have an enjoyment in trying new things. The sacral chakra is age, you got to think teenagers, 7 to 14. So they're learning to about their bodies, what feels good. When it goes unhealthy, shame comes in. So unfortunately, we've got a society where um, child I can't childhood rape happens, molestations happen, don't touch yourself happens, don't wear that, boys don't do that, girls don't wear this, name calling, and all of those shamed aspects about, oh my God, this is just very heavy and it's impacting the lungs. So you can think about for yourself where you shame yourself. You shame your body. Do you shame yourself when you feel good in your skin? Do you shame yourself when you're in, let's say you're in a relationship or you're having intercourse with someone? Do you stop yourself from enjoying? Do you shame yourself during that moment? So we're dumping shame. There's so many tendrils. I can't go through all of them. I'm going to link this to your body mind, and we're going to start to dump shame and misperceptions of self through that. This is happening spontaneously through that sacral chakra. I can already feel my lungs opening up, and that's impacting that unhealthy expression of the sacral chakra, which is impacting the lungs. Now I keep going to the lungs, but it's the sacral chakra and the heart chakra work together. The heart is not a self feeder. So I'm going to link those two up and dump shame out of, oh, what your heart desires, as if there's something wrong with you. Now, I'm not talking about anything dysfunctionally here, okay? I'm not talking about perverse things and saying that that's okay. Anything that would hurt someone or hurt yourself. Talking about your deepest heart desires. Oof, I'm feeling really hot. So the you feel that immune system kicking in, and it's getting hot in here. So it's starting to burn out that mucosa. We got to dry up the mucus, but bring that hydration in to replenish the lungs and move that emotionality out of there. So not the healthy emotion, but emotion plus thinking. So shame, guilt. There we go. And then we're also opening up, we're going to do a flush of the lymphatic system, which is low self-esteem and negative self-talk through this whole chest cavity. Specifically the lungs. I'm going to use the clavicle as the master controller, and we're going to dump all of that dirty thinking out of these lymphatic system. I'm going to drain it out. So when you're doing a lymph drainage for yourself through the lungs, don't go through the middle. We don't want that stuff going through the heart. You bring it out the sides of the body, and then over to the left, to the spleen. Knows that's the garbage dumper of the body, knows what to do. Oof, there is a big release there. All right. I'm seeing to go down into that sacral chakra, but it's keeping me up. It's keeping me, it wants to stay up here. So there's some stress coming in. So we'll do a pancreatic reflex point. We'll bring in the PRP. Or just, that's runs along spleen. I think it's spleen 21. Think that's if I've got my meridian lines correct. And my feet are sweaty. Gotta relax the system. There's so much shame bogging down the system. Holy smokes. We gotta dump shame out of the lymphatic system. It's clogging and it's not moving well, and that mucus is building up. I can see mucus through all of the sinuses, down through the throat, mucus in the lungs, and we've got even some mucus buildup within the reproductive system. And this has come from shameful thoughts about yourself and also, 7 through 14, those elementary, high school years, they could be tough. It could be tough. So we're gonna dump out active memories out of that sacral chakra. We're going into the sacral chakra and we're doing a repair on the heart within the sacral. So it's really being loving yourself fully. It's like, I love myself, faults and all. Love myself no matter what. 100%. I love myself no matter what. Love my body. That's not who I am, but I love my body. Mm. I love myself. You're not going to like all aspects of yourself, but you love yourself. Oh, there's a shift happening. So we're doing repairing the heart chakra within the sacral. We need to do a little bit of vivaxis. It feels like the sacral chakra is like limp and out of the body. It's not even, so we're going to do a vivaxis and bring it right back into alignment with the whole chakra, the whole chakra system. It's like I pulled a thread and poof, it's come back into line. There we go. All right, lungs feel clearer. My voice is nice and clear now. My sinuses are less congested. That tension in the lungs is still there, but it might take a few days. I'm feeling like it might take about 3 days for this to clear up. So you can keep tapping in the session to your lungs or to where there is mucus within your body. You can also tap your cortices. If you don't know how to do that, reach out, or you can hop onto my YouTube channel and go into the little search bar and look up tapping cortices. I've got a how-to video there and you can follow the directions. You can do that for yourself and drink lots of water, specifically warm water. Those kidneys don't like anything cold, especially the north. We're heading into those cold temperatures, but the kidneys don't like to be cold. So keep socks on your feet because the kidney meridian runs down to the feet. So you want to keep your toesies nice and warm and, room temperature water. I know some people are going to like, Monika, I like it really cold. The kidneys don't like it cold. The kidneys don't like it cold. And then if you're adding cold to the stomach, you're putting out the furnace, the gut, that whole area needs to be warm. So room temperature or teas or whatnot. Okay, I'm going to tap this all in. Well, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you all for being here with me. And let's see if some of this repressed energy of shame and guilt can start moving out of the system so we can start feeling more joyful, being in the sensuality of life, which is feminine. Right. See you next time.